Before we begin this heartbreaking report, we urge you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. These stories matter. Staying informed can save lives, raise awareness, and keep our communities alert. Subscribe now so you never miss important breaking news and critical updates. In the early hours of the morning, at around 05:30, a long-distance bus traveling from Lusaka to Johannesburg was completely destroyed by fire near the Zimbabwe border. What was supposed to be a routine cross-border journey quickly turned into a frightening ordeal for everyone on board. The bus was carrying 18 passengers and crew members at the time of the incident. Many of the passengers were heading to Johannesburg for work, family visits, or business. Some had been traveling through the night, hoping to arrive at their destination later that day. The atmosphere inside the bus had reportedly been calm, with most passengers either resting or quietly waiting for the journey to continue across the border. The first sign of trouble came from outside the vehicle. A passing motorist noticed smoke and flames coming from the rear of the bus. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, the motorist alerted the driver. Without that warning, the fire might have gone unnoticed for longer, potentially leading to a far more tragic outcome. After being alerted, the driver quickly slowed down and pulled the bus over to the side of the road. By that time, smoke was already becoming visible from the back of the vehicle. Some passengers began to smell something burning, and concern quickly spread through the bus. The fire is believed to have started in the engine compartment, which is located at the rear of the bus. Although the exact cause has not yet been confirmed, early indications suggest it may have been due to a mechanical failure, overheating, or an electrical fault. Investigations are expected to determine the precise cause in due course. Once the bus came to a stop, the driver and crew acted immediately. Passengers were instructed to evacuate as quickly as possible. Despite the fear and confusion, everyone managed to exit the vehicle safely. Witnesses say there was urgency but no stampede, as passengers helped one another off the bus. After all 18 occupants were safely outside, efforts were made to remove luggage from the storage compartments. Working together, passengers and crew managed to retrieve most of their belongings before the fire spread further. This was a crucial step, as many travelers were carrying important personal items and necessities for their journey. Attempts were also made to extinguish the flames using available fire extinguishers, but the blaze spread too rapidly. Engine fires on large buses can intensify quickly because of fuel systems, electrical wiring, and heat buildup. Within minutes, the rear of the bus was fully engulfed in flames. Thick black smoke rose into the air, visible from a distance. Motorists traveling along the same route slowed down as they approached the scene. Some stopped to offer assistance, while others contacted emergency services. By the time emergency responders arrived, the fire had already caused extensive damage. Firefighters worked to bring the blaze under control and prevent it from spreading further. However, the bus was completely gutted. The interior was destroyed, windows were shattered, and the metal frame was left blackened and twisted from the intense heat. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. All 18 passengers and crew members survived the incident unharmed. This outcome has been described as remarkable, considering how quickly the fire spread. The incident caused temporary traffic disruptions near the Zimbabwe border as authorities secured the area and cleared the wreckage. Motorists were advised to proceed with caution while passing the scene. For the passengers, the experience was deeply unsettling. What began as an ordinary journey turned into a life-threatening situation within minutes. Many were left shaken, standing by the roadside watching the bus burn. Some made phone calls to inform family members of what had happened, assuring them that they were safe. Transport authorities are expected to investigate the circumstances surrounding the fire. Mechanical inspections, maintenance records, and possible electrical faults likely form part of the inquiry. Incidents like this raise important questions about vehicle maintenance and safety checks, especially for long-distance cross-border transport services. While the loss of the bus represents a significant financial setback for the transport company, the fact that no lives were lost is the most important outcome. The quick response of the passing motorist, the swift action of the driver, and the cooperation of passengers all played a critical role in preventing tragedy. This incident serves as a reminder of how quickly situations can change on the road. It also highlights the importance of vigilance, regular vehicle maintenance, and emergency preparedness in the transport industry. Passengers will now need alternative arrangements to complete their journey to Johannesburg. Authorities and the transport company are expected to assist with onward travel plans. Though the bus was reduced to a charred shell near the border, the lives of those on board were spared, and that is what truly matters. In the aftermath of the fire, passengers were left standing along the roadside near the Zimbabwe border, watching smoke continue to rise from what remained of the bus. The early morning air, which had been calm only moments before, was now heavy with the smell of burnt metal and melted rubber. The shock of what had just happened began to settle in. Many of the passengers were still trying to process how quickly the situation had unfolded. Just minutes earlier, they had been focused on reaching their destination. Now they were faced with the reality that their journey had been abruptly interrupted. Some sat on their retrieved suitcases along the roadside. Others made phone calls to family members, reassuring loved ones that they were safe. Despite the destruction of the bus, there was a strong sense of relief among the group. Several passengers expressed gratitude that no one had been injured. Some acknowledged that the outcome could have been far worse if the fire had not been noticed in time. The passing motorist's warning was widely seen as a decisive factor in preventing a potential tragedy. Authorities later began gathering information from the driver and crew to piece together exactly what had happened. Preliminary assessments focused on the engine compartment, where the fire is believed to have originated. Mechanical failures, overheating, fuel leaks, or electrical faults are among the possible causes under consideration. A full technical inspection will likely be conducted to determine the exact source of the blaze. Cross-border buses typically travel long distances without extended stops, placing significant strain on engines and mechanical systems. Regular maintenance and safety checks are essential to reduce the risk of such incidents. Investigators are expected to review the bus's service history and maintenance records as part of the inquiry. Transport safety experts note that engine fires, while not common, can escalate rapidly when they do occur. Heat buildup, flammable fluids, and electrical wiring create conditions where flames can spread within minutes. In this case, the speed at which the fire intensified left little opportunity to save the vehicle. Emergency responders secured the scene to ensure there was no risk of secondary explosions or further hazards. Traffic near the border experienced temporary slowdowns as motorists approached the site with caution. Authorities worked efficiently to clear the wreckage once the fire had been fully extinguished. For the transport company, the loss of the bus represents a significant financial setback. Long-distance coaches are major investments, and replacing a completely destroyed vehicle will require substantial resources. However, company representatives have indicated their primary concern remains the safety and well-being of passengers and staff. Arrangements were reportedly made to assist the stranded passengers in continuing their journey. Alternative transport options were coordinated to ensure they could still reach Johannesburg, although delays were unavoidable. Border authorities also assisted in managing documentation and travel logistics for those affected. Incidents like this raise broader concerns about road safety and vehicle standards across the region. Cross-border travel plays a crucial role in connecting countries, supporting tourism and family ties. Ensuring that vehicles meet strict safety requirements is essential for protecting passengers who rely on these services. Passengers who experienced the incident are likely to remember it for a long time. Even without physical injuries, such events can leave emotional effects. The fear of seeing flames spread rapidly and realizing the potential danger is not easily forgotten. However, many have expressed appreciation for the calm and coordinated evacuation that took place. The driver's swift decision to pull over immediately after being alerted has also been highlighted as a key factor in the safe outcome.
quick judgment in emergency situations can make the difference between disaster and survival. As investigations continue, authorities are expected to release further details regarding the cause of the fire. Recommendations may follow to prevent similar incidents in the future, including possible reviews of maintenance protocols and safety inspections for long-distance buses. For now, what remains at the scene is a charred reminder of how quickly circumstances can change on the road. A journey that began in Lusaka with expectations of a routine arrival in Johannesburg ended in smoke near the Zimbabwe border. Yet, amid the destruction, there is one undeniable fact. All 18 passengers and crew members walked away unharmed. In situations like this, that outcome is what truly matters.